A disturbed soul does not rest, so don't expect to see the last of me for a long, long while. Hey guys, I'm Milan Liquigan, also known as Zenith. I am the founder and team captain of the Hearthome Hexorcists, and this is my player spotlight. So I actually first got into the PPTL after my win in the first season of the GML. Back then, I was the team captain of the Humilau City Divers. But at that time, I wasn't really satisfied with that win alone. So I thought it was a good time for me to finally dip my toes into the rest of the VGC scene. And it was back in, I believe, 2023 when I found the PPTL 7, and it just became an avenue really for me to get to know everybody else in the community and be exposed to this higher skill or higher level of competitive VGC. So just like any other captain, there will always be pressure on you to be able to essentially lead the team to your end goal. And it always felt like a double standard for me because I was, and I'm pretty sure still am, the youngest captain to this day. There will always be that thought at the back of my mind that what if my teammates don't really respect me or don't really heed my guidance, because a lot of the time my teammates end up being players who have been in the scene for far longer than I have. But my vice captain back in season 7, Prof Top, always told me that a team is only as good as how they synergize. So I thought that maybe if the team had this unified goal, usually it would be to make it to the top. That would be enough of a bond for us to be able to work together, even though we don't always see each other eye to eye. One of my biggest achievements so far in VGC is our championship run back in season 1 of the GML. This achievement is very special to me because it was the first time that I had actually won something in competitive Pokemon, and unironically it was also with me leading a team. So shout out to my GML season 1 teammates Carl and Joey. They have been my first ever friends here in the community, and that win was basically the push that I needed to be able to put myself more out there into the community, strive for bigger and better achievements. So that's why I always look back that singular championship run, because it's basically where it all started. It's no surprise that I look up to a lot of people in the community, but if I had to choose just one, I would always choose this person because they are basically the spitting image of what I hope to become, both as a player and as a person. If I were to describe this person, he would probably be somebody with the drive of a competitor and the heart of an educator. Back then, there was a time where we both shared the top spot in PPTL Season 8, down to the stats. Like, at that time, there was no denying that we were equals. The stats really said it all. And the fact that he acknowledged me and even considered me his rival to an extent was really validating for me and really heartwarming to know that a player of his caliber would see me basically a nobody prior to probably season 8 as somebody who has matched his level. And it really put me into perspective that all of my efforts thus far actually is leading me to somewhere. But also outside of that, I do really admire this person. He has helped me a whole lot not just in Pokemon, but also in leadership, self-development, and we even tend to talk about a lot of our common interests, usually anime, which is honestly funny to think of because one of our favorite franchises, our current story kind of parallels two of our favorite characters from said franchise, with one of us continuing on our journey, rising and falling drastically over and over again, while the other sort of just disappeared into the shadows, only for them to slowly start making their way back into the thick of it. So honestly, I really owe a lot of who I am now today to you, Billy. Thank you for being such a great role model. If I were to give one piece of advice to somebody right now who is looking to get into the PHVGC scene or even become a captain, all I could really say is just do it. You miss 50% of the shots that you don't take, and honestly, I am a firm believer of you don't really know what you're capable of until you actually do it. I know it can seem really daunting to dip your toes, let alone dive into this really colorful and high stakes community that we have right now. But trust me, there will always be somebody there to guide you, to help you along the way. And honestly, if that I could honestly be that somebody for you, that would mean a whole lot to me, because it would just mean that I am able to pay forward what my friends in the community have done for me. So yeah, sometimes you really just need to not think about it as much and just really do it.